Throughout the annals of time, humanity has turned its gaze upward, seeking divine counsel in the celestial expanse. Ancient seers interpreted the constellations' alignments as harbingers of fate. Warriors observed the erratic paths of birds as signals from the gods, and leaders heeded the subtle murmurs of the breeze as prophetic whispers. In eras long past, omens were the compass for momentous decisions: when to wage war, when to forge alliances, when to seize the day. Yet, the most formidable heroes and strategists of antiquity didn't linger in passive anticipation of ethereal signs. They rejected the notion of awaiting celestial approval to pursue righteousness. Instead, they embraced a profound axiom that resounded amid the clash of shields and the roar of Greek phalanxes, a principle that retains its unyielding relevance in our modern tumult. The best omen is to defend one's homeland. This declaration, immortalized in Homer's epic, the Iliad, transcends a mere rallying cry on blood-soaked battlefields. It encapsulates a timeless ethos, a blueprint for existence itself. For a homeland isn't merely soil and stone. It's the cradle of identity, the repository of ancestral legacies, the tapestry woven from shared histories, cultural rhythms, familial bonds, and collective aspirations. It's the essence that defines our being, the foundation upon which civilizations endure or erode. History bears irrefutable witness. Nations that falter in safeguarding their homeland invite its dissolution. Peoples who abdicate their vigilance succumb to oblivion. Conquest isn't always wrought by external aggressors. Often it's an insidious internal decay, fueled by apathy, fragmentation, and the erosion of core convictions, that spells doom. When societies forsake their principles for fleeting conveniences, barter dignity for illusory security, or mute their convictions to evade conflict, the very soul of the homeland withers, paving the way for its demise. The essence of defending your homeland. To the indomitable warriors of ancient Greece, Spartans forged in rigor, Athenians fueled by intellect, defending the homeland meant donning armor, interlocking shields in unbreakable formations, and staking their lives to preserve their polis from marauding foes like the Persians at Thermopylae or the Trojans in epic sieges. In our contemporary landscape, however, this defense manifests in multifaceted guises, extending beyond martial prowess to encompass moral fortitude, intellectual vigilance, and everyday resilience. Your homeland embodies your lineage, your ethical compass, your kin, and your sense of self. Daily, subtle adversaries assail it, not with overt invasions, but through cunning subversion, psychological manipulation, and pervasive intimidation. These forces insinuate that no cause merits struggle, that heritage is obsolete, that cultural heritage holds no value, and that self-preservation trumps communal duty. They erode unity with divisive narratives, dilute traditions under the guise of progress, and foster dependency over self-reliance. But such doctrines are fabrications designed to disarm. Your identity, sculpted by the sacrifices of forebears who toiled, innovated, and battled against odds, demands stewardship. They didn't yield their freedoms lightly. They defended them with unyielding resolve. Now, the mantle passes to you. What legacy will you forge? Will you rise as a guardian, or allow erosion through inaction? The peril of oblivion, forgetting your roots. No empire crumbles in a solitary cataclysm. No culture vanishes in an instant. Decay creeps in when inhabitants lose sight of their origins, when purpose dissipates, when collective resolve fractures. Societies falter, not solely from external sieges, but from internal surrender, relinquishing vigor, diluting willpower, ceding autonomy to outsiders. Examine the ruins of antiquity. The Roman Empire, once a colossus straddling continents, didn't succumb merely to barbarian hordes. It weakened from within through corruption, overextension, and a loss of civic virtue. The Byzantine realm, heir to Rome's grandeur, eroded amid internal schisms and complacency. Even the mighty Persian Empire fractured when its people grew detached from their unifying ethos. Guard against this fate. The instant you cease championing your territory, your principles, your community, your sovereignty, you relinquish authority. Opportunists ever lurk, eager to exploit such voids, whether through economic dominance, cultural assimilation, or ideological infiltration. The potency of decisive action. The Hellenic ethos shunned omens as crutches for the indecisive. It exalted proactive valor. A genuine sentinel doesn't scour for pretexts to evade duty. He embodies the imperative. He doesn't petition deities for sanction. He manifests as the divine intervention required. Emulate this. Safeguarding your homeland demands holistic robustness, mental acuity to discern threats, physical vitality to confront them, and spiritual conviction to sustain the fight. It involves daily decisions that venerate predecessors while fortifying posterity, upholding traditions amid modernization, fostering unity against division, voicing truths when silence tempts. Inevitably, detractors will murmur, "Why resist? Why safeguard? Yield to the inevitable for peace." But history rebukes such counsel. Contemplate the fates of those who capitulated. The indigenous civilizations of the Americas, overwhelmed not just by arms but by fractured resolve. The Ottoman Empire's gradual decline through internal neglect. The forgotten tribes of antiquity who bartered autonomy for tranquility. Where do they reside in memory? Erased, eclipsed, relics of cautionary tales. They perished not from overwhelming might, but from forsaking defense. Your defining crossroads. Each epoch summons its stewards to a pivotal election. Will yours be the cohort that permits dissolution, or the vanguard that endures? Will you emerge as preservers, architects of continuity, or spectators to disintegration? Legends enshrine the resolute, the 300 Spartans who held the pass at Thermopylae, not for victory, but for honor. The Athenians who repelled Persia at Marathon, safeguarding democracy's cradle. Modern figures like Winston Churchill, who rallied Britain against tyranny with unyielding defense of homeland ideals. You weren't destined for passivity or obscurity. You were forged to assert, to guide, to shield, render your verdict, eschew celestial portents or external validations. The paramount omen is intrinsic, eternal. To defend one's homeland, rise unyieldingly, safeguard your essence. In this vigil, you transcend mortality, etching your valor into the annals cherished by descendants, inspiring them to perpetuate the unbreakable chain.
If you felt inspired by our journey through the Hellenic horizons, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.